All right.
Now we're ready. Got
There
our
we
Batman
go.
at least a little bit on display.
Yeah. Now we're good.
All right.
When these dads meet world, watching Boy Meets World. We grew up on the show, now we have kids and host a podcast. We watch each episode and then share our thoughts and grades. When these dads meet world.
They want you to take the roles.
Welcome back to Dads Meet World, where we want you to have all the roles. Yes, we do. And every week, we like to dive into the world of Boy Meets World, and we're coming right down to the end. We've just got a couple of episodes left. We're in
Final countdown.
Yes, dad number 1, Brett here, joined by dad number 2,
Uno, dos.
Tyler over there.
Yeah, that's me.
Yes, a couple of dads with a bunch of kids between us, and we like to talk about the show that we grew up on and look at it.
Force them to watch it.
That's right. You have to watch with us.
Yes.
That's what we tell our. Well, that's what Tyler tells his kids. My kids are old enough that they can say no.
Listen, for the most part, I never force them to watch it. However, this episode, I said, you will watch this episode, whether you want to or not.
Oh, yes. So how are things at your house this fine, wonderful week of weather we're having, Tyler?
Well, before the wonderful weather I'm experiencing, I was able to get my office ready to go once again to record in, Brett. I've been waiting so long.
Oh.
And the way that my light comes down, there is this little beam coming through. So several of my stuff is a little shinier than what I want, but hey, we deal with what we have.
Yes, we do.
Yes. But yeah, I'm excited, ready to go. I will say, I decided to trim the beard, and my problem always when I go from big bushy beard to goatee is I'm always looking at the chops part of the goatee, and I'm always fearful of, does it look stupid? And I fear I can never get it just right. And I'm always going to question, should I take more off? Should I take less off? And then I end up ruining it and going, why did I even start?
Yeah. Been there.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I had a goatee.
That's fair.
It's been.
I was just thinking of when we met in the summertime. Did you have a goatee? No, I think you just had kind of a pencil beard.
Yeah, I've had at least a chin strap for quite some time.
No, that's fair. A chin strap's easier to maintain for sure. I will say, when I came out of the bathroom, Grayson, the first thing he said to me is, "I like you better with a beard." I'm like, "What? You don't like this?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "I can go clean shaven if you'd like."
That's when you get really close and you rub the clean shaven cheek on his cheek, and you're like, "Yeah, buddy."
Oh yeah. No, I have the little fuzz. I didn't actually go through yet and finish it, so I don't know. I never mind having a little bit of hair, a little sandpaper, But Sarah can't stand it if I go with just a mustache or clean shaven, so I'll be in trouble if I do that. She can handle any form of the goatee.
That's where you get like a Snapchat filter that'll take the beard away and send a selfie to her.
Yeah, I get in trouble. She knows the beard. Well, besides my facial hair, Brett, what's new with you?
Oh, we've got Abby home for spring break this week.
Yay!
Yes, so we've got a full house again this week.
Henry was very excited to see her over FaceTime.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
So yes, that's been fun. She gets to be home while the boys have to go to school because their spring break's not until next week.
Sucks to be them.
Yes, and we have wonderful. We're recording on St. Patrick's Day, and we had a
It's
mini
top of the morning
blizzard
to you.
here. Yes, top of the morning to you, laddie. We had a mini blizzard here today at different times of the day, so yes, that
Mhm.
was fun. We had a
Yeah, great.
23 car accident on a major
Nice.
highway that I take to go to
Nice.
and from work today.
Nice.
That thankfully was cleared up by the time I had to go home.
Yeah. Grace was trying to figure out what his percentage of being Irish is, which didn't realize how much math we had to do to figure that out.
Oh, and yes, good-looking people. I do happen to live not that far in relation to where the meteor fell today. I'm not that far from the Cleveland area.
Yeah, I heard about that. What was the deal with that?
Yeah, we had a meteor that fell in Upper Ohio, up in the Cleveland area. And,
Mentor.
yeah, up in Mentor, and I'm only about a half hour from Mentor, so yeah.
Somebody save me.
That's right. Someone go look for a spaceship. But yeah, Ohio's been through all 4 seasons and a meteor strike in the last week, so
You know, the thing I always appreciate about the story of Superman is that Jonathan and I'm blanking on his mother's name at the moment. I'm sorry,
Martha.
Martha. Sorry, Martha.
Why'd you say that name?
I just kind of struggle with the fact of like no matter what decade it is, there's always a family out there that goes, sure, lost child, who we don't understand how you're here during this meteor shower or whatever this is. We'll take you in and make you family.
Yep, that's just the good hearts of the people there.
Yeah. Gaining powers? Sure, we'll deal with this.
Yep, that's just the good hearts of farmers.
Yeah. Hide the ship? Sure.
Yeah. Keep the government off your back, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
should we talk about this glorious noir, Brett?
Yes, we probably should talk about the show that we're here to talk about, which is Boy Meets World, Good Looking People. That's what you're here for. Not beard talk, not superheroes, although we could wax poetic about those for a while. This is the 20th episode of Season 7, As Time Goes By. When Topanga is stressed out, she is transported to a 1940s black and white noir setting where she doesn't remember anything about her past, and it teaches her not to be so uptight. This episode was written by Erica Montolfo. This is her last of 4 episodes. She also wrote Picket Fences, Poetic License, An Ode to Holden Caulfield, and Resurrection. Directed by Steve Hofer, only episode he ever directed in the entire 7 seasons. Originally
That is a
aired
shame.
April's. Yeah, he did a good job. It is a shame. Originally aired April 7th, 2000, 1 week after our last episode. Currently enjoys a 7.3 IMDb rating, which is 0.6 lower than the last episode.
That's a shame.
And in the Nielsen numbers, it was a dip. Last week we had 7.37. This dropped to 6.33 million viewers. And this episode does have the distinction of being the single lowest rated episode in the Nielsen's of the entire run of Boy Meets World.
Sometimes, Brett, I think the show came out in the wrong decade.
Yeah.
Like, this episode is a precursor to Parks and Recs. Or not Parks and Rec. The other show we love, Community. Like, this is a full-blown Community-style episode.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And I was curious looking at the numbers, just what the highest rated episode was. We got to go back all the way to season 1 for episode 12, Once in Love with Amy. This one pulled in 633. Once in Love with Amy pulled in 24.1.
Wow.
That is how far we've fallen in season 7.
Yeah.
Which is understandable with the 7-year-long series. But that is a precipitous drop.
Let's talk about this very underrated, underappreciated perfection we have, Brett.
Let's dive in. We're going to open up in media res right into this noir episode, completely different from anything we've seen throughout 7 seasons, even when we've gone back in time with the time ball to World War One.
Not me. I'm the one who's talking.
We've got some narration going on. This is old style Hollywood. We've got a dead body under a sheet, and we've got a narrator talking about how we've got to figure out who is the killer. We're panning across all of our regular players. You know, we've got everyone represented in this episode except for Morgan. They couldn't find a spot for Morgan.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get some young street urchin selling a newspaper.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a lot to ask to cram her in for a line or two, but couldn't even get her in the background.
It's true, but it's not a family show anymore, Brett.
It's really not. But I digress.
Yeah.
But we're panning across. We're seeing how everyone's going to be played. We've got Eric is our main narrator. He's playing the very straight gumshoe role, very serious tone.
Mm-hmm.
Her, him. It could be anyone, not the cop. And we find out. We find out the body under the sheet is none other than Topanga.
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 Yes, Topanga. And that's our first act in all of its entirety.
Yeah.
And then we go back to Corey and Topanga's apartment in modern time. Corey is watching cartoons and Topanga is studying for an exam for a paper that she's writing. It's kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Like she's studying for a paper that they both have due.
Yeah.
Either way, it's something that's due that they both have. They've got the same class and it's an assignment they both have due.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of episoding.
Yeah, I just think they put words on the paper and said, who cares?
Yeah. But Topanga is doing schoolwork. Corey is sitting 3 feet away, laughing his head off at the TV.
I would argue, Brett, that what she meant to say is that we have a test tomorrow. I'm studying for it. Why aren't you studying for it? That's the way I was taking it, because her attitude is, I'm taking a test. I'm stressed about this test.
Yes. She's very stressed about her schoolwork.
And maybe it's not a B, C, D type test. It's you have to write down what your thoughts and feelings are on these things, which Corey's good at doing.
If it's a Feeney class, it's definitely not A, B, C, D.
Maybe it's a philosophy class, Brett. Who knows?
Yes, we don't know. We don't know what class it is. I didn't look closely enough at the books that were on the table to even see, so I'm not sure.
At no point this season do they ever make any effort to say they're actually in college, they're studying these things. It is so close to season 5, outside of the fact that they're always at the student union, you'd have no clue they were actually in college anymore.
Yeah, I think we can count on the number of times they're in a classroom on one hand.
Actually seeing them doing class stuff, yes.
Yes. And the one of those times it leads to a prank where they're super glued to their seats.
Yes.
But anyway, Corey is making a mess with his popcorn. He's enjoying Looney Tunes.
I'm not comfortable with this mess he's making.
I'm not either. I've never seen Corey this messy with his snacks.
Yes, normally he's like, we've seen Corey. No, actually, we haven't. Corey has never been this big of a slob before. He keeps everything kind of neat and organized. Like, we've seen him chow down on, like, a giant bowl of something, but never just throwing popcorn around.
Yeah, I mean, this is very wasteful for a young couple that has no money.
Yes. Unless someone got them a life subscription for pop-up popcorn.
Yeah.
Microwavable popcorn.
Yes. And he's gone back a little bit to stereotypical me man, you woman type of Corey.
Mm-hmm.
But they're very much playing the roles of uptight, fastidious studier,
Topanga.
laid back. I wanna relax, not studier.
Corey.
And they're just playing these roles for this part of the episode.
You mean who they've always been?
Exactly. But they're taking
the more
Corey
extreme versions of themselves.
Yes, they're taking Corey and making him an extreme slacker, almost.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even more so than he would have been in earlier seasons.
Right. We're going back almost to season 3 when they had those ridiculous tests, like a month away from the actual end of the season or the end of the school year. And Topanga's freaking out trying to study ridiculously, and Corey is being a bum and not paying attention, except it's happening in the same room.
Yeah.
So instead of Topanga actually studying, all she's doing is getting frustrated with Corey, who's not willing to study at all.
Yep. So it all comes to a head. Topanga wants Corey to stop and study. Corey wants Topanga to stop studying and relax. They compromise. Topanga's going to go relax by cleaning out the closet.
Corey is right in this situation. Cleaning is not relaxing.
I agree with Corey.
Yeah.
Cleaning is not relaxing. Unless you're Monica Geller.
Even still, I don't think that woman knows how to relax. So, I do have a question for you, Brett. In your headcanon, why do you think they have it that Corey is talking about Looney Tunes?
Well,
there's a whole catalog of cartoons in Disney Vault that he could be referencing, especially even old Willie and Daffy Duck or Donald Duck.
It's very
cartoons.
odd to me because they have, and they're very careful with it because he never says Daffy Duck. He only says Daffy. He only refers to the coyote. It's never Wile E. Coyote. So they never reference them by name. So they're getting away with it because these are Warner Brothers properties.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been kind of curious why they're using Warner Brothers characters when they could have been using, characters from the Disney lot. Other than the sense that Disney wanting to thumb its nose at Warner Brothers for being,
childish.
Shall we say, childish and stupid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Topanga outright says Daffy Duck is an idiot.
With a duck with a speech impediment.
Yes. And you would imagine that the Warner Brothers or the Disney execs would not be okay with them referring to Donald that way.
Yeah. I wonder if an earlier draft had Disney characters and they got a note that they had to change it.
That's what I was wondering.
But either way, Topanga goes to clean out the closet and finds a door in the closet.
Random door!
Just a random door in the back of the closet that looks like a time continuum vortex they've been studying in class.
Yeah, what class is that?
I wonder which physics class would that be in a sophomore level class. But she gets sucked through and into 1940s Rory Shangri-La,
Yep.
where everything is black and white and she has no clue who she is.
You're probably got to run down who everyone is in their archetype because we need to get into our gumshoe as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I've got everyone. Well, let's just go through because she goes in and she's our gumshoe runs everyone down. Amy is Ella Fitzgerald Kennedy, who sang with Irv Sinatra.
Sinatra.
Jack is
Irv Sinatra.
Wee Hawk. Yes, Jack is Wee Hawk and Willie playing the piano, who is a direct descendant of Beethoven, Irv Beethoven. We've got Fezhead and Costello, who is Alan and Feeney. They're always together. People talk.
People talk.
Angela is Angel Nuffsaid. Sean is Isaac Goodshot Kelly, the bartender. And Rory is Rory Shangri-La. He owns this place and everyone in it. He's just a dandy.
Rory!
Yay! Is everyone having a good time?
Rory!
Yes. And Eric is the local gumshoe. He's beauty and no brains, a dangerous combination.
Yes.
And we don't ever really get a name for Rachel. No real identity for her beyond the not too bright assistant for Eric.
Yeah, it lines up.
Yep. She's the joke for beauty and no brains, a dangerous combination, until Eric says, me.
No, a poison.
A case. Anyway, so that's who everyone is in Rory Shangri-La when Topanga goes in and meets everyone. And finds out, and she shares that she has no clue who she is. And Rory calls up the local gumshoe and sends Topanga there to meet with him. We have this fun little dance of interior monologue that seeps out into the real world where they can hear each other's thoughts. That's fun for a moment.
Brett, there's gum on his shoe. We can never miss that.
Yes, we can't miss that.
That's classic.
That's gum.
But yes,
on my
I
shoe.
adore this back and forth of who is the narrator.
Yes. Oh, what's
What
the
did you
line
say?
about the mule with a kick?
Said what?
You just said something. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
What?
And this is such a meta thing of like, what is this world they're living in? Because the gumshoe is supposed to be I'm telling the story of this Dane, and the Dane is messing it up, and he's like, this is not the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. This dame is run amok.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Too
yes,
good.
yes.
I do love the joke of, I don't know who I am. The case of the missing identity.
Missing identity.
I'm going to need some ID.
ID. It's just it's perfect deadpan.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what it is. Just Eric is full-blown cartoon, but he is the serious
He's
cartoon.
the straight man.
Yeah, he's the straight man in this ridiculous world.
He is. He never once. He has no expression other than stone face, except for when he gets scared by Corey in the real world.
Yeah.
And that smile at the very end with his monologue. Anyway, so Topanga, while the gumshoe is trying to figure out her case, adopts the identity of Trixie and decides to work as a waitress at Rory Shangri-La and gets along famously with everyone there,
Everyone likes
Fits
her.
like a glove, Toots.
That's right. She can wait tables better than Angel. Nuff said. People still love Angel. But everyone loves everyone at Rory's Shangri-La. Nobody has any problems. No one worries about anything. They still love Ella Fitzgerald's songs, even though she don't sing so good. And We Hawk Willie, even though he don't play so good. Which
We don't
I
care.
have to say, Matthew Lawrence could have done a little bit better at trying to look like he was playing that piano.
That's fine.
There are some shots where that left hand is not even pretending to move.
Who cares?
It,
But
I
also,
do. It bugs me.
okay, but Brett, in the style of the movies that were produced back then, would not bad-looking piano playing be part of it?
Yes, it would be. But at the same time, this was still the year 2000, and Matthew could have done a little bit of something with the time he had on set.
I think it was intentional. That's what I'm going with. I got no room for your negativity, Brett. You and your music. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Yes.
No.
Wee Willie Hawken always trying to come up with new songs, new music. Anything he hears could potentially be a song.
What's the other one? There's another famous song. I never catch it until later. I'm like, I should check into that one.
It was something about Be Happy.
Yeah.
I almost wondered if it was a Bob Marley jam, but it didn't quite sound like it.
Yeah, I can never remember. I'd watched it in 2 different sittings, so it messed up my searches earlier. But anywho,
Yeah.
This is just so much fun, Brett.
It is.
The actors who are playing a character through the lens of their actual character.
Oh, they're having so much fun.
You could tell they're having fun, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to Trina McGee.
Mm-hmm.
She was having so much fun as Angel, and she got to explore with a whole new voice, affectations, and she was having fun with that. You could tell.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone was having fun, but yeah.
Until they ain't having such a good time, Brett.
That's right. Because Rory proposes to Trixie. They're going to get married. Everyone's happy. Everyone's great. Until Trixie gets angry at the word ain't.
She starts to nag.
She does. She nags. And it's not just Rory. She nags everyone about every little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just stops being happy about everything. And, stuff becomes politically incorrect. Dames can't be dames anymore.
Since when?
And all of a sudden, Fezhead says what everyone's thinking. The interloper must die.
Well, I like how earlier on he says, I'm beginning to like her. And now it's, I'm beginning to not like her.
Yes.
And also the fact that when they're like, she says I don't sing, my songs are stupid. They are stupid.
They are stupid.
Well, you don't play
so good. He has no answer to that.
Yeah. He doesn't play so well. Oh my God. I'm like her.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Yeah. And there's kind of a soap opera-ness to all this as well.
It is. It's soap opera meets 1940s noir movie theater. It's a great mashup.
Yeah. There's something special about this episode, Brett. I don't care what the lack of audience said in the 90s.
Yeah. But the gumshoe knows something's up, so he is off to try and find something.
But he got
Until
fired,
ringing-
Brett.
Oh, that's right. He did get fired. Yes, my bad. His services were no longer needed. Something told him that.
So it's like, oh yeah.
It was her. Until
It's so simple. It's perfect.
yes. Until a ringing phone in the time continuing vortex booth catches his attention.
If only I knew how to
If only
read.
I could read. He answers it and gets sucked into the real world.
Vortex, not a phone. Do not pick up.
Yes.
Which makes me wonder, did Topanga put up those little signs? Because they weren't there before.
It's very curious as to who would have put them up. It could have been her. Because when he asks her about whether or not she knew about whether she'd heard about a time continuum vortex.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She had that flash of memory.
That's true. Did you see all the stuff through that, by the way?
Yeah, all the papers with the tests, the grades, the car from the Game of Life.
Laundry.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I did notice the past due and collection notice as well.
Yep, I saw those.
Mm-hmm. What young couple doesn't have those, Brett?
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Every young couple deals with that stuff. I don't doubt that Corey and Topanga have theirs. So it could have been Topanga, Maybe she has embraced who she is. Maybe she figured out who she was and has embraced just escaping into Rory's Shangri-La.
I'd say so. Well,
Yeah.
she really can't escape because she's trying to fix things. In this moment, Brett, let's be real. She is being the Topanga we've always known her to be. She wants everyone else to be as perfect as they can be, like her.
Yeah.
To do the right thing. That's what she wants.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's no
Especially
pigs
since
she's
it's a
trying to get
fantasy.
rid of. Yeah.
Well, we get the gumshoe in the real world where he meets Corey.
Vortex.
They scream back and forth a few times. Rory? Rarick? Corey thinks Eric's drunk again.
Yeah, isn't that an interesting throw out there?
Yeah, apparently
this whole
Eric's,
interaction they have is just so fascinating.
apparently Eric's wandered into their apartment while drunk before.
Yeah, I don't know. You just
And
wander
apparently Eric's wanted to wear Topanga's shoes before.
Uh-huh. Which, what we learned later on about the episode, it does make sense of what she would assume an interaction Corey would have with a one-sided Eric,
Yes. So this is what Topanga thinks of Eric in real world.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, the gumshoe explains what's going on in Shangri-La to Corey and takes him into Shangri-La. And this is where we started. Body under the sheet. Corey is discovering that his wife is dead.
Murder.
That someone murdered her. And we have to figure out who is the killer. But everyone hated her in the end. She was getting in the way of their good time.
Yep.
Yeah. But we find out who the killer was. It was Rory. Yeah. Who does think Corey is a good-looking man, by the way?
Yes.
Yes. And
I
we
do
get
love,
some
though,
interesting...
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. You got your thought there.
Sorry, I was choking on a Skittle. I was just going to say that, Corey, or in Topanga's mind, Corey himself would step up and to call people out for what she is and who she is, you know, like I love the fact that in her mind, in her subconscious, Corey will defend her and protect her from even a version of himself.
Yeah.
Like the carefree version of Corey is not as strong as the loving, devoted husband to her, the love addict he's always been for her.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something beautiful in that.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is all really a callback to what Corey said in the real world. You know, all of, you know, her being such a detail-oriented planner makes everyone you know want to kill you. He says that to her at the beginning of the episode. So here she is dead in her fantasy with everyone she knew wanting to kill her, and someone did. And so here's her husband, who her fictional husband killed her in this dream world, and here's her real husband come to save the day, to defend her, and to say what she wants him to hear. That, you know, even in my wildest moments, I might have thought it, but I never would have done it.
Mm-hmm.
And Topanga, get up. I can't. I'm dead.
I love that so much. Can't. I'm dead. Is the dream.
Yes. And so the dream fades away. And if I have one real complaint about the episode, it's that it's not a traditional dream sequence. It's all just a fleeting moment in Topanga's head as she's studying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an overactive imagination, and we don't get that traditional out.
Mm-hmm.
Because we just dissolve back into her studying, and she just gets up from the table and walks over to the couch.
Yeah.
It's not like she went into the closet and fell asleep. She just never left the table.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been nice if she could have been either in the closet or woken up in her bed, and that Corey put her there. And
yeah,
but I
Well,
just
you
think
know,
they
something-
want the shot of, what's his face, the gumshoe being at the room. So
well, with all that set building they had to do, they were very limited on what sets
probably
they
did
could
not have
use
the
this
bedroom
week.
set available.
They probably didn't have the room available for anything beyond the apartment set.
You know.
So I understand real world logistics, but they had the closet set.
They did.
But anyway, so Topanga gets up, Corey gets up. They're both coming around to the other's point of view.
And would you argue? Sorry, I guess to go back to this as well. Do you think if they would have shown her like face down in the on the table, that could have also counted as she was working so hard she passed out?
I would have bought that. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, so she gets up. Corey gets up. He's gonna be ready to study now. But she gets up and convinces him, no, we should relax. We should take a break. She uses the word ain't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Earlier she had a problem with him using me as the subject of a sentence, but here she is using ain't.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, she's showing him that she's understood the value of taking a break, and that he was actually right for a change.
Yeah.
And then we pan over to the narrating Gumshoe talking about Shangri-La. It can be wherever you find it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember all of his monologue, but it boils down to Shangri-La is where you need to find it.
Mm-hmm. I like to take it as, hey, we had fun here.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
And he
Okay.
gets up and he leaves through the closet.
Last headcanon throw out, Brett. Maybe
All right.
what this is it's a test it's a creative writing test where people are given a prompt and you have to come up with a short story to tell them blah blah blah, and have to have specific type of references and point of view and all that jazz. And Topanga was struggling to be creative, where Corey is not stressed because he just is creative.
That's possible.
There, I've done it. I solved it. Figured it out.
All right. And that is, and then our tag is just music, because all those big sets, they couldn't figure out anything to do with a tag.
You'd almost wish that they could have had more of a cleanup of Topanga and Corey talking to each other, and then the tag is them coming back, watching, relaxing, and there's Rory, or there's Gumshoe, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's this season, though, you know.
It really is. It's high on potential, and they just there's so much about the landing that they can't just stick sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, do you have anything more about the episode you want to talk about before we get to deep dives?
Yeah, let's do that now. So on a personal note, this episode is very special to me and my family. When my second son was born, he was a stillborn, which was devastating for us, but I was sitting in the hospital holding him going, I want to share the important things of my life with him for however little bit of time I have. Sarah was napping, and so I was like, well, what can I watch with him? What's something that, you know, I could have as a moment with my son? And so I was like, Boy Meets World. Boy Meets World is one of my favorite shows. Let's do that. And I was thinking, what episode is like a harmless, not gonna make me cry episode? Because all of my favorite episodes of this show make me cry. And I stumbled on this one, and I went, you know what? This is always been one of my favorite episodes. It's top 10 no matter what I do. Watching this episode, especially this being an episode that I'll go, hey, this is the episode I watched with Oliver. It's been so healing for my family. Like, we watched this episode, and it's just one of those where we can just kind of forget all of the other things, just enjoy the ridiculousness, the silliness, forgive a lot of things about this episode that normally would bug me, and just be still in it. And I'm very thankful for this episode, even if others don't appreciate the episode. This is still one that is so personal for me and for my family. And so one of the reasons that we didn't record yesterday, Brett, was because we tried to start to watch this episode, and the kids were just all over the place. And so I was finally able to get them to sit down to watch through the episode as much as we could that we didn't already watch. And just had so much joy. And then we got to talk about our other son. And so it's just a beautiful little moment we have to have as a family. So this is an episode I've been really looking forward. Couldn't wait for us to get here. And I thought it was going to be a little more emotional. And I'm glad it wasn't, because this episode alone is beautiful. And then the moment that my family and I got to have, where we were just able to laugh through a lot of these jokes, and then got to talk about Oliver, was just made for a beautiful moment as a family. So
good.
Yeah. I recommend as a trauma bonding episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
But we
So
should probably
you
get
got
some deep dives.
Deep dives it is.
People. Am I the only one who read the summer reading list?
Alright. A time-continuing vortex is generally described as a swirling force. In science fiction, a rift that connects different points in time, allowing travel between them. Significantly, it relates to a warping of space-time around spinning massive objects. Scientific context, confirmed by NASA, a gravity B, probe B, the Earth mass rotates, distorts, and twists space and time into a vortex affecting passing objects. Sci-fi usage, normally it's a way to help get people from one place to another. Time continuum vortex also is quite often used in a little show called Doctor Who. I will say that I don't always like Neil deGrasse Tyson, especially since he took away my Pluto. How dare he? But I do love when he talks about movies and science and if the science works in movies. And it's always funny when he goes, time travel, let's talk about that. Because if time travel actually works, you go from one point to another, you might end up in space. Not on the Earth. And like, that is an interesting take. Alright, we'll get to that in a second. Nope, not that. There's that. Open up. Alright, Brett, film noir, or a Hollywood crime drama that emphasizes the clinical attitudes and motivations in the 1940s, 1950s, generally regarded as classic period of American film noir. Film noir is an era that associates with low-key, black and white visual styles that has a root in German expressionism cinematography. Many photographic stories and attitudes expressed in classic noir derives from a hard-boiled, old-school crime fiction that emerged in the United States of America during the Great Depression. So, trying to see if they give us some classics in here. Alright, some of these include little movies called Fury, You Only Live Once, Stranger on the Third Floor. Some others that are slightly French sounding that I cannot pronounce. I don't know. I tend to feel like it's more of they've taken the general tone, and I think we know more about noir based on homage than actual the movies at that time. Yeah. But also, I think a lot of television shows took on that noir and brought new light to it, so that also plays a huge factor in that, because a lot of people, when they think of detective stories and detectives sharing their thoughts, they think of Columbo.
Mm-hmm.
Or nowadays, people might think of a classic like Psych or Monk.
Yeah, probably.
All right, little ditty that Jack's character was trying to throw out there was "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time," debuted from the same album titled "Hit Me, Baby," or "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time," or "Baby, One More Time," by Britney Spears. Released in September 29th, 1998. It is, let's just put it out there, it is one of the most classic 90s songs to ever be released. And I think that's the best way to describe it. And I will not go into details of who Britney Spears is, because if you lived at that time, you know exactly who she was.
Even if you didn't, you probably know who she was.
Mm-hmm. And I remember there was a big push also around this time of like putting her in stuff like this, and also she made a cameo in Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yep, she did.
Mm-hmm. Arguably her best performance ever in a television show was probably How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, I agree.
Mm-hmm. You almost wish they would have acknowledged her a little bit more just towards the end of the show. All right, so some of the characteristics, the archetypes of a noir movie, Brett. You got the hard-boiled detective, old school. You got the femme fatale. You don't know if you can trust her. You got a corrupt cop. We didn't have that in this one. You got the victim, the wrongfully accused, the informant, the thug, the wealthy socialite, the down on their luck everyman, the psychotic killer, the crooked lawyer. So, one could argue that each of those characters had a little bit of those in them.
A little bit. No, none of them really fit the archetype fully, but you could see a little bit of something in each of them.
Mm-hmm. So, the other thing, of course, is there's an obsession with the past, stolen money or valuable, a complex or far-fetched plot, an urban location. So, let's see, is there anything else I want to discuss? Got that. No, I will say that, the reference of Wile E. Coyote, Donald Duck. So I'll just say that the Looney Tunes is a Warner Brothers property. And admittedly, I do agree with what you said. They did not overtly say Wile E. Coyote, the Roadrunner. They referred to it more in general terms. They described them, but they never outright named them. So we're not going to outright name them either. Just know that big competition, and I guess I will stand firm on Disney execs did not want any of their characters to be talked down to, even if it's, Pete.
Yeah. Hey, what's that coyote doing in that crate?
Those are our deep dives, Brett.
All right. So let's talk about what we learned.
You know anything about the Odyssey? Huh? Did I say you could talk?
I didn't teach you that.
My friend Mr. Matthews will lead the discussion.
Do I have to draw you a picture?
Well, I'll say my Mr. Feeney learning. Man, we got to see Feeney for the first time in a little while here.
Like the most we've seen of him this season.
Yeah, and he wasn't even himself. My Mr. Feeney learning, I'll go with, I don't want to go with the obvious, so I'm going to go with compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Learn to compromise with your spouse, your partner, your significant other. Sometimes you're going to have to be the voice of reason. Sometimes you're going to have to be the voice that says, take a break. Learn to compromise in those times and learn to know when you need to be the one to listen, when you need to be the one to speak up.
Yeah.
So that's my takeaway from this week's episode.
Yeah, that's fair.
And kids, don't do murder.
Yeah. If I'm taking what actual Feeney is doing in this episode, I'd say be disrespectful to the cops. What are they going to do about it? But that's not what I'm going to say. I'll take a more direct line. If everything is always blissful, everything is always perfect, and everyone's always happy, there's a strong chance you're all living in denial, and it's not healthy. So, yeah. If there's not at least a little bit of discomfort, a little bit of worry or stress, I'd argue you're not living. So, and also it's the downtrodden times, those times of stress, the times where the laundry piles up, the time when you have assignments that are overdue or bills that need to desperately get paid, that you find joy and peace and go, it doesn't matter what's happening, we have each other, we're okay.
Yep.
So.
Good deal.
Yeah, and especially if you're in a relationship where everything is always perfect and we've never fought whatsoever.
Yeah.
Heck, I'm going to say it. If you don't have an argument where you walk away going, I think they're going to break up with me before you get married, you're in for a very long, bad situation in marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, like, yeah. Let's just keep going.
Get back now.
Yes.
All right. Well,
I'm right.
No, you're exactly right.
So am I done with my education? Can I go?
how would you grade as time goes by, as if I didn't already know?
What?
How would you grade as time goes by?
I'm pretty sure I already said
As
it.
if I didn't already know.
Yeah, it's an A+. This is a clear-cut A+. There was never not going to be an A+. It'll always be an A+. This is the type of episode that is going to be fascinating to see where it ends up on the bracket, to see what is going to bring down this episode. Because there's only two I can think of that might be able to knock this one out.
All right. That's a solid A for me. I mean, there's
not
some,
a plus?
There's some little, not a plus. I mean, there's some nitpicks for me that I have with it, but I mean, nothing that'll knock it out of the A tier for me.
All right. I will give you grace. It's that piano playing, isn't it?
I mean, that's a nitpick, but it's one I can live without. It's the biggest thing is bringing Topanga out of the dream sequence.
Yeah.
It's their lack of an actual transition. That it's an active fantasy where they don't bring her into it and they don't bring her out of it. There's no narrative transition there for the audience.
That's fair.
If they had an actual narrative transition there, it'd probably be a plus for me.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I think I owe you a couple of dad jokes before we get out of here.
Yeah. Well, me.
All right. So I got a tattoo of a thermos on my arm. Just so I can tell my son, don't touch the thermostat.
Very nice. I get it. Solid.
I'm reading a horror book in Braille. Something bad is about to happen. I can feel it.
End there. End there. You're not going to get a better one out of me. That's a good one.
All right. Well, good-looking people.
Stupid. I
Thanks
should
for
not like
joining
that
us.
joke as much as I do.
Thanks for sticking around and hearing Tyler laugh his head off. You can drop us a line on any of our social media channels at dadsmeetworld across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter /X at dadsmeetworld, as I just said. You can send us an email at dadsmeetworld@gmail.com. Or you can find us on YouTube if you're not already watching us there at dadsmeetworld. And if you feel like sharing the dad love, you can give us a review or a rating, wherever you get your podcast does that. Helps us to rise in the algorithms, and it's the greatest and best and cheapest way to share the dad love. So until next time, we'll see you, good looking.
Back to you, good looking.
You know, how can I learn so much every week and still be so stupid?
It's me manifesto. I married a moose. Honey, woo! Puff pastry on a plate. I have a niche.
This is good TV.
Dads Meet World is a production of Headfirst Studios. Headfirst Studios. Tell your story.